My dear fellow students, esteemed faculty, and incredible staff, thank you for all of the great joy and opportunities that I've experienced in the last 2 years here. These past few years for all of us, I think, have been the happiest, most challenging, and most rewarding years of our young lives. When I first arrived here, I didn't know what the word resilience meant, and I didn't really have a true concept for what sustainability actually entailed. You'll all be glad to hear that I still don't really know what those words mean, but I can discuss the theories behind them for hours. But I think that's actually indicative of a top-notch education. As they say, the more you learn, the less you know. The interesting dynamic of environmental problems is that when it comes to resources like clean water or air, every person, animal, and ecosystem needs to have a place at the table. If there's anything I've learned while at the Nicholas School, it's that collaboration is the key to finding solutions to environmental challenges. The faculty and staff here at the Nicholas School have led us to form a fruitful, collaborative community that thrives on the diversity of interests among our students. Some of my peers have gone to Paris to participate in the climate accords. Some have gone to Chile to study the coffee industry. There are students here who specialize in sustainable transportation, and there are those who study the sounds that marine mammals make. Some are solar energy gurus, and others are lumberjacks. I consider myself incredibly lucky to call these people my peers. We are all about to head out in our own directions to dive deeper into our areas of specialty. But we will all be bound together by this shared background, the Nicholas School. Beyond the classes and the master's projects, I've shared so many experiences with my peers here. These intelligent and supportive people of mine have taught me so much about the environment and about being a student of the environment. My friends here taught me to eat kale, for one. I've learned how to compost, how to set up a tent, and to go birding. These friends have helped me with GIS at midnight in the computer lab while I'm shivering under a blanket. They've checked my behind for ticks after we've been walking through tall grasses in Africa all day. Those are true friends. We've had drinks on the roof of Environment Hall while watching the sunset or waiting for a lunar eclipse. We cheered on the Duke basketball team to victory in 2015. I've traveled with these friends to the Outer Banks, to Seattle, DC, Phoenix, Gabon in Central Africa, and to the Durham Farmers Market to get some more of that organic kale. For the record, I go to the farmers market for the donuts, not the fresh greens. It's a bit daunting to think that we're moving on to take the next steps in our careers. I think for many of us, our paths toward environmental leadership are not quite clear yet. One of the words that has described the grad school journey for me is uncertainty. Our unique positions at the intersection of science and management demand that we embrace uncertainty. Uncertainty also comes up in the struggles we face in our own lives. And I'm amazed by the strength and integrity of those in our community who have faced unexpected hardship and loss in the last few years here. Much love to you all. Uncertainty is also something we are all familiar with as we embark on our career journeys. Furthermore, on a slightly, possibly lighter note, we live in a highly uncertain political climate this year. Hopefully that will all be cleared up next year once many of us have moved to Canada. But in a way, to go back to being uncertain about career paths, we've already made it to the place that we need to be to become environmental leaders. I'm reminded of a beautiful quote I heard in a speech by Latifah Simon, who is a program director at the Rosenberg Foundation and also a youth and policy advocate. She said, "You're here because you decided to think that you had what it took to fix the rips in the earth. Thank you for that." We're already here. We already have the passion and the drive to be environmental leaders. We want to become the champions of environmental solutions wherever we go. And furthermore, we are incredibly privileged that we have had the opportunity and ability to absorb the resources that the Nicholas School has offered us. We are also so fortunate to have had the family and loved ones who have supported us on our journeys, many of whom are here today. This valuable privilege that we have, this education, these networks, these resources, these supportive peers and loved ones, this also gives us a responsibility. We have a responsibility to be stewards of the environment and to represent all stakeholders involved, especially those without the same resources. I believe wholeheartedly in the phrase, "You are enough." All of us in this graduating class, and the classes that came before us, and the classes yet to come, we are all enough. When we work in collaboration, we are enough to find solutions to environmental problems and to instigate change. I am so proud to have been a part of this community for the last 2 years, and I look forward to being part of the Nick School for the rest of my life. Now let's go out toward our respective career paths with our responsibility to the planet and its peoples in our heads, the Nicholas School community in our hearts, and the power from offshore wind turbines in our wings. Congratulations, class of 2016.